yeah, I mean, it is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing how good it's getting at driving. Now, you can see I'm scroll wheeling again, but I've been scroll wheeling since the day I got the car. You know, even on autopilot. Like, I'll scroll wheel down the speed when necessary. You can see there, I went to 40. It took 35. It slowed down to 35 to complete that turn. So my scroll wheeling doesn't really have too much to do with it. With the system, you know, not going slower, but it has to do with the max speed, really, in the, you know, old autopilot used to try to maintain that speed no matter what. Beta slows down based on, I want to say, curvature and position in the lane, but it does it in a little bit of a weird way, whereas it's a little bit aggressive on the slowdown versus the turn speed. Like, it could really just use the steering wheel versus slowing down as much as it does in certain spots. But it's good, and like I said, it's getting better. It feels much more human than it did in October, that's for sure. So here, you got a guy with his garbage can. We're slowing down very much so for that, and we're okay. And now we got another left-hand turn at a stop sign. This guy's going right, but I'm gonna do what I do. Let's see. All right, we got two cars coming. It's creeping, and it should be stopping. I don't want to test it. Oh, these guys are going. Okay. I'm going to go. It was creeping, but it kind of creeped in a little bit. I didn't like the creep into the road, so I stopped it. This is what I'm saying. I'm kind of like a chicken. I don't let it do a lot of things that I'm sure, at least that I see on YouTube, that the other people kind of let it do. Whereas I'm kind of chicken about it. I don't like it. If it's creeping a little bit, I wanted to get to that line and stop and stay there till it's clear. I'd rather have it be holding up people behind me than sticking out in the road too far. Like, it's creeping while cars were coming. I don't trust it. Now, they had blinkers on. Maybe it saw the blinkers, maybe it didn't. Here we go with another 90-degree turn with an arrow, green arrow, so we're good to go, and it knows that, and it handles it beautifully. You know, maybe it saw blinkers. It doesn't tell me it saw blinkers. I don't know that it saw blinkers. I saw blinkers, but I don't always trust blinkers, so I don't, you know, sometimes I'll wait, even though I see a blinker, like just there. I disengaged, and I waited till the first guy made the turn, so I knew that they were turning. Beta slowed down a little bit too much there for this little bit of uphill. Oh, what was that noise? That was an odd noise. So now we're on a 25 mile per hour road. Beta set for 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, so this is what it does. Again, you know, the people around me, they get a little upset because I'm doing 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, where most people are probably doing, a jogger. All right, let's see what's up. We got a jogger. I'm going to scroll wheel down just to be safe. Let's see, we got a jogger. You see it's planning it. It goes around. It gives them a little bit of room. Does not cross the yellow, which is nice. We like that. We're good to go. I'll be recording that footage too. You can see the Beta here. This is the 3D view all around the car. You can see the path where it sees things. Alright, this is going to be a hard right, almost a hairpin. It does it pretty well. Sometimes it does get a little close to that yellow. Not today. Today it hugged it pretty tight. I like that. That's what I like to see. Almost like, you know, every day it feels like, maybe every other day, at least on this build, it feels like, oh, you see this guy jutting out like a maniac. Couldn't wait 5 seconds. It almost feels like every other day, every 2 days, there's a little bit of an improvement on something that I went through in the past. You know, down this hill here, the car used to get a little wonky. It used to be in a couple different, not in a couple different lanes. It used to just kind of, I don't know, it used to be here and it would kind of, and it didn't know where to go, and then coming down here it would brake really hard into this turn. And you know, the past 2 weeks it's been really, really good, just really good. As you can see, we got someone slow in front of us, so that will help the beta. Actually makes the beta a little more you know, it slows me down, and then the people behind me can't get upset because I got someone in front of me. What am I gonna do? But it's been really good through here, and it only got that good on 11.10.2 or whatever it is, the latest build. Well, before that it was still a little shaky through there. What is the latest build? Yelled at me out. Doesn't it tell you beta somewhere? Yeah? Oh yeah, there it is. 10.11.2. That's the one. So now this intersection here has been a little bit of a problem for the beta. Now for some reason it will get behind these cars and it will wait in line, and then it wants to get in this right lane and still try to make the left, I believe. I've never let it do it. But once the cars come to a stop and I get in line, it wants to change lanes here for some reason. It has for the past couple days at least. So like I put on the left blinker, we're good to go. It's gonna come to a stop. Maybe we'll get away with it today because we're close. But when I was stopping 2 or 3 people back, that's where it was doing that. Today it seems to be a little better. Oh, now we should be stopping. Still it's creeping, so I stopped it. I feel like it should be stopping rather than creeping so fast, and like, you know, waiting. Just wait. It has this tendency to go where you think it should stop. Like, okay, you should stop, but then you start creeping, and I always see other people looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? Because you're creeping forward when they're coming, and it kind of alerts them. Like, oh, this guy's doing something weird. Why is he pulling forward as I'm coming at him? You know, almost like you're gonna go for it, you know? So I always feel like if it sees a car on here, it should just wait and then determine the situation, but it seems to want to creep, then wait. I always think it should be the other way around. Wait, then creep. You know, but I don't know. You know, it's... Oh, shoot. I gotta turn it off. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Nothing matters. You guys want to come visit me? Have at it. You know, I mean, it's hard out here driving an autonomous car. It's just hard because the people around you don't know what you're doing. They don't really want to be part of it. They didn't sign up to be part of it. So you got to try to let it do what it's going to do. But I try to think of it as, I don't want to upset the other people around me. You know, what's going on with this cop? The cop just pulled out like he was sitting there for a minute, and then it's like he saw me and pulled out. So like, I don't know if you felt that. You probably didn't feel it. But if you can feel it, it sees this car and it pulls a little bit more than it would have if there wasn't a car there. You can almost feel it happening. It's pretty wild the way it does it. Is this cop needing to get by? Or is he... I don't see him yet. Oh, here he comes. He doesn't have lights on, but his light bar is on. So like the blue and red are on, but they're not flashing. This ain't local town cops. I'm not sure what he's after. So you can feel it right there too. The car sees that other car and he pulls a little bit harder than it would. Today is pretty good though. I mean, I feel like it's close to the right, to the yellow line, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. And it always puts a blinker on here, and I don't know why it does that. Shouldn't be putting blinkers on there.